Imagine yourself in the middle of a storm. Everything around you is chaos. The people are screaming. The world seems to be falling apart, and yet, in the middle of all this, you stand still. You remain calm, collected, and emotionally untouchable. The storm rages on, but you are untouched. While everyone else is getting pulled into the chaos, you're unshaken. This is the power of emotional mastery, and it's something the Stoics mastered. In a world full of turmoil, it's easy to lose your peace. Life throws countless challenges at us: insults, betrayals, losses, setbacks. The world wants to push you to the edge, to make you react in anger, frustration, or fear. But the Stoics understood that true strength doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from how you respond to them. They didn't avoid pain or suffering. They learned to transform their response to it. We live in a society where everyone reacts impulsively to external situations. If someone insults you, your instinct might be to retaliate. If someone betrays you, the natural reaction is to feel hurt and angry. If life throws an unexpected setback your way, it's easy to fall into despair. But the Stoics understood that these external events don't have the power to define us unless we let them. It's not the event itself that causes harm, but our reaction to it. Think about it for a moment. Someone insults you. What happens next? The impulse is to react, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong. But what if you didn't react? What if instead you let that insult slide off of you like water off a duck's back? What if, instead of becoming upset, you took a moment to breathe, reflect, and choose your response? This is the Stoic way, not to react impulsively, but to take control over your emotions. This concept might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you stop reacting to everything that's thrown your way, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that others try to inflict on you. Imagine not getting angry when someone cuts you off in traffic, not feeling hurt when someone criticizes you, not letting setbacks throw you into a downward spiral. When you don't react, you take your power back. You stop allowing external events to dictate your emotional state. The Stoics practiced a form of detachment, not to escape the world, but to engage with it from a place of inner peace. They understood that everything in life is temporary, and that includes your emotional reactions. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the truth. You have the power to choose how you respond to anything that happens to you. You can choose peace, calm, and clarity over anger, fear, or anxiety. The strength that the Stoics possessed didn't come from avoiding pain or hardship. It came from their ability to remain steady in the face of it. Pain is a part of life. Loss is a part of life. Betrayal and suffering are inevitable. But what the Stoics understood is that these things don't have to break you. You don't have to fall apart every time life gets difficult. You don't have to allow someone else's actions to destroy your inner peace. You can stand firm, unaffected, and emotionally untouchable. The idea is not to suppress your emotions, but to detach from them in a way that allows you to observe them without becoming overwhelmed. When you detach from the emotional reaction, you give yourself the space to respond in a way that is deliberate and thoughtful. You don't let your emotions control you. You take control of them. You understand that while you can't control what happens around you, you can always control how you respond. This isn't about being cold or indifferent. It's about being emotionally resilient. It's about realizing that no matter what happens in the world, you are in charge of your inner world. You can choose to remain calm, even in the midst of chaos. You can choose to remain kind, even in the face of cruelty. You can choose to stay strong, even when everything seems to be falling apart. And when you practice this consistently, you begin to develop a true inner strength. You become like a rock, unshaken by the waves that crash against it. You stop being a slave to your emotions and start living life on your terms. You stop reacting to the world and start acting according to your values and principles. You no longer let external circumstances dictate your happiness or your peace. You become truly untouchable, not because you don't feel, but because you choose not to be controlled by your feelings. So, the next time life throws a challenge your way, remember this: you don't have to react. You don't have to let the world dictate your emotions. Take a deep breath, pause, and choose your response. In that moment of stillness, you take back your power. You choose peace over chaos. You choose strength over weakness.